Hello traders, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to go over my best trades of March so far. I've started to do these weekly update videos where I basically show you my wins, my losses, all the trades I take. FTMO series is coming this month or next month. We are going to hopefully smash that. If I fail, I'll show you the wins, the losses, everything. And I am posting all the trades I take on the FTMO in my VIP group. There is a link in the description to join. Join up now. Perfect opportunity. You could take the FTMO at the same time and pass with me. We haven't had a losing week this year as of yet. We're up around 36% in March alone, risking 1%. So obviously there is a link below for that. But yeah, let's get into the video. But before we do start, be sure to follow my Instagram. I will put it on the screen. It's basically everyday content I post every single day on my story. So yeah, if you do want to follow more of my trading content, I do post a few free trades on there as well every now and again on gold. So yeah, be sure to go give us a follow over on my Instagram. I only have one account, I follow one person, and that's my other account. So if you see these fakes following thousands, hundreds of people, it's not me, because a lot of people are getting scammed by WillssFX, but it's the fake version of me. But yeah. Okay guys, so we're going to start with the first gold trade of the video. I'm going to try and break these down as much detail as possible. Okay, so what we have here. So you see this key level, very nice level as you see. We've got this area here, a nice supply. And then obviously we've broken this level. And now what we want to see, retail perspective, you can see this as obviously you've got your break here of structure, and then you can see price come back, retest to this area, and then see price fall to the downside. But what I was looking at actually is you have these imbalances on these candles. So you have an imbalance there, and then what do we have here again? We have another imbalance. So what we wanted to see pretty much is price. If we actually get this tool here, maybe come up, fill 50% of these imbalances, these levels, and these are our key areas where we can look for price to obviously reverse. However, because we did have this supply zone, as you see, this is where we're actually looking for price to come up to as well and see a reversal. So we've got 3 possible trade opportunities here. That is obviously on the fact that we don't break above this level here. So yeah, if we actually play price on a little bit, we were actually trading on the 1 hour here, because this was quite a big trade. So as you see, price pushed up, little rejection there off of this first entry into the imbalance, but as you see we're pushing in now. As you see, we did kind of push up to the 50%, reject off, push up, that one's now gone, so that one has now been fully basically fully covered. So as you see, coming to this one, 50%, little pullback after the 50% of this candle, and then you see we go up further, and this is where we actually got our entries on this wick here. I mean, although we didn't come right up to this level here, what I mentioned was we had this level here, and this is where we actually got our entry on this imbalance. We also had this little level here drawn out, which, as you can probably see, respected this level as well. We had this big 4 hour level here, which, as you see, a clean 4 hour, as we had obviously this wicked into it here, came back up to this level, and then we had a clear break retest of this. As you see, the break, the retest here on the lower time frames, you would have got a cleaner break and retest, but obviously this is a higher time frame. If we go back down to the 1 hour now, what we saw was actually mid candle here. This is where we saw price start rejecting this key level. So we got in about 55.7, I'm pretty sure, around there. And we did have slightly big stops. I think they're around 50 or so pips. And then we were just targeting the low down here. If you trade institutional, you'll know what this is down here. If you don't, look it up. everything's on YouTube nowadays. You can find pretty much everything. But yeah, we did have a nice 127 pretty much. And once we got this entry here, from then on, it was pretty much no drawdown at all. So if we go forward now, you see price just continued to the downside. And also what we actually formed was obviously this imbalance here on the way back up. And then if you actually look, price started rejecting this level. But however, boom, we had such big bearish momentum, the price just continued to the downside. And yeah, it was just a very nice trade. We did have some sort of consolidation mid-trade here, and I'm pretty sure we just carried on straight to the take profit now. As you see, a bit more consolidation, and then boom. We could have had a larger take profit, but we were happy with our 376 pips, called in the VIP group as a signal. So this one was a very, very nice trade, and you can probably see why I entered it now. We have multiple confluences. We might have even had a Fibonacci. Let's have a little look. So yeah, as you see here, 78.6% rejection from this initial push down to this level, and then we see here the 78.6% rejection. But obviously you can't trade solely off one method. You have to have all these confluences added together to make this big trade. So now we're going to move on to the next trade. Okay guys, so for this next trade, what we actually saw was, as you see, this is where we entered our first trade. Then we caught price all the way down to this level here, and then we exited. So what we can see though, very nice downtrend. As you see, these are lower highs, lower lows. And now what we want to see, after we've actually created, we remove them, we've created this. Obviously we had this level here, and then we did create another level here. It's hard to judge how deep the pullback's going to be. I know a lot of people like to use Fibonacci's. You could have got maybe a rejection on that. I don't know, everyone trades differently. But what we saw was, we went down to the lower time frames now to actually look for entries on this, and what we saw here was the same. We had this double top formation, so here, double top. This was our first complement to actually look for short positions. Then we had this low here, was then created a lower low. So we created a lower low here again. So now we are looking for potential entries. Price carried on going, and then when we actually carried on down, this is when we were waiting for a lower high to be formed, or any pretty much sort of pullback. And this is, I'm pretty sure we entered around this level here. So we saw these wicks, big bearish move, little pullback, wicks, and we entered on this one here. We had 18 pip stops. 18, there we go, 18 pips. Tiny stops for gold. And where were we targeting? 1678. I think we closed at 1677. I think we pretty much got 12 risk to reward, but we can adjust that in a minute because our stops were at 182 and we had stops at 18 pips. So if we actually play this on now, what we see, when we actually entered after this little wick, and boom, you see absolute perfection. We were already in profit around 79 pips, but it was a very good percentage because obviously we only risked 18 pips on this trade. And then boom, price came back up, then dropped again, came back up. You could have got these multiple entries here again. So you see you got this area, and as we know, low, 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 low. Then we've created these equal highs, technically a lower low. Get rid of that, and if we just play price on now, what can you see? Price then rallied to the downside, hit our take profit, and then we reversed to the upside. There we go, and that's where we reversed to the upside. And now if we go to current price, we can see that this is where we did a rebound from this week. So we did actually come down exactly to this level. and then rebound again. We did actually have a trade on GA this week, which, as you can probably see, an absolute beauty sent to the members. 6.5%. We actually, it says 5.5, but we actually closed at 182.144, around there, 6.3% even. But still a beauty of a trade. You know, we saw this shift of momentum again. So we had the low, had the lower low here, and then what do we have? Higher low. And we got in here on these wicks here and rode it up. Boom, boom, boom. We broke above 1.81, and then, you know, the take profit was absolutely annihilated. So yeah, those are probably my top 3 trades of the month so far. Obviously we did have many more. We had another 8% trade, another 6% trade, another 7% trade, and obviously if you do want to follow these trades, there's a link in the description. But you know, let's get on with the FTMO, and I'll see you in the next video.